Now, moving on, the Attorney General, Dorcas Oduor, now wants the Supreme Court to throw out an advisory case on the delimitation of boundaries filed by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. In her opposition to the case, seeking the opinion of the highest court in the land on whether the commission can proceed to delimitate boundaries without the 6 commissioners and a chair, the AG says it is too late and there is no demonstration of urgency for the court to intervene. IEBC wrote to the AG on March 20th, 2024, asking for an opinion on whether the Secretariat could undertake the Commission roles, including delimitate boundaries in the Commissioner's absence. As Alan Ochanda reports, the Commission CEO said failing to delimitate the seats would, of course, result in disproportionate and unbalanced voting blocks, hence unfair and unjust representation.
The continued absence of a functional IEBC not only jeopardizes the conducting of by-elections, but the crucial exercise of boundaries delimitation. IEBC had sought the Supreme Court's advisory on whether it could go ahead with the exercise without the 6 commissioners, but the State Council has asked the Apex Court to throw out the case. The AG says it is too late and that there is no demonstration of urgency for the court to intervene. He said the timelines set in the Constitution and the law have already lapsed and that the Commission's lack of commissioners makes things worse. According to her, the advisory is defective as the Secretariat cannot decide to sue or undertake critical tasks meant for the Commission when a quorum is met. In her argument, she says, quote, the agency has dissipated in light of the lapse of the constitutional decreed timelines under Article 89(2) of the Constitution and the absence of the commissioners to undertake the limitation of boundaries as admitted by the applicant under paragraph 13 of the reference, end of quote. The AG's position differs from that of her predecessor, Justine Muturi, who informed the IEBC CEO Marjan Hussein Marjan to seek advice from the highest court in the land following a crisis occasioned by the removal and retirement of the Wafula Chebukati team. Muturi argued that failure to undertake delimitation within the set timelines had legal consequences and challenges, and that there is no way the IEBC could stretch the time beyond the set limits. IEBC CEO Marjan Hussein Marjan, in his justification for the advisory, said that following Muturi's opinion, the Commission could not ignore it and do nothing. He argued that the country is in grave danger of going to the next polls without delineating its boundaries, and if this happens, it will be the second cycle under the 2010 Constitution. Marjan further avers, quote, the delay in conducting the delimitation process was beyond the control of the applicant, yet its ramifications are dire, as indicated by the Attorney General, end of quote. The Commission cannot do delimitation 12 months before the election, meaning the exercise should have been completed 1 year before the country goes to the polls. Some of the targeted constituencies in the parliamentary boundaries delimitation include Othaya, Ndaragwa, Budalangi, Vihiga, Voi, Undanyi, Galole, Bura, Isiolo South, Samburu East, Laisamis, and North Hor. Just last week, the IEBC Selection Committee was sworn in and has promised to recruit the men and women who will steer the commission within 90 days. Alan Ochanda, KTN.